Hi there and welcome to today's video in which we are now going to build on what we did previously, which was our questionnaire, and we're going to look at what we need to do next. So you can see with our, if we look at our rubric, we've got our questionnaire quality, right? We've sorted the questionnaire out. We've now looked at the spreadsheet. Is there a separate spreadsheet or worksheet for results? Do we have that? Let's have a look. Yes, we do. Right, we've even got different sheets over there. A well-designed layout with headings and borders. Yes, we do. Well formatted. Appropriate, consistent formatting. In other words, you're using the same fonts. Easy to read and interpret. Yes, I believe that is fairly easy to read and interpret. That should be fine. Data suitable to a spreadsheet was collected. Yes, analysis includes relevant other data. Spreadsheet process and analysis of data is suitable to the solution. Yes. Functions applied and done correctly. No processing errors. So in other words, if you've popped in formulas, there mustn't be any errors over there. Okay. So in the next video, I'm going to deal with the graphs. But for now, we want to look at the spreadsheet complexity because we want to pop in some formulas. So in this part of the rubric, they want to see that there are functions, that they've been applied correctly and that they work, right? Over here is where you get marks for, using certain types of formulas. So remember, we said to get 1 mark, we're going to use one calculation from level 1. What is level 1? Sum, min, max, value, average, that type of thing. So let's see what I can do here. And yeah, I'm gonna, let's see, I've got the age. Let's just pop in some ages. Right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pop in over here. Average age. Right, so I'm going to look at the average age of those who filled in the questionnaire. And I'm going to go equals average. Open my bracket. Sorry, I'm pressing the wrong thing. Highlight that range. Enter, and there I've got my average age. Right. So again, you can go and highlight that. You can say, okay, well, it's highlighted in yellow. And according to the rubric, have I got an average? Yes, I do. So at least now I know. Let me just delete this stuff here. At least I know now I'm going to get 1 mark. Okay. So you can see I don't have to miss any marks, guys. I don't have to miss any marks out there. This is why we keep saying the PAT. Sure, the PAT is, I won't say easy marks, but it's really a way to get some very, very good marks. So I've got my average over there. What's the next one? Functions that can include a cell range. So maybe I'm going to use round, large now. Here's a tip. You can see I've got 23,1, right? Let me just zoom in there. I've got 23,1. What I could do is to say, okay, well, let's go into this formula and let's pop a round formula in there. And I'm going to round it to 0 decimal places. What am I doing wrong? Oh. And there you go. Now, what's happening? I've got a round formula with an average formula. So according to the rubric, have I used average? Yes, I have. Have I used round? Yes, I have. Okay. So that's fine. Even if you're using it together like that, you can still get those marks. Then I've got round up. I've got rand between. So for example, if we want to give each, or we want to assign people a random number, I can go and insert a column here and I can say, let's say we're going to make this the ID number. Let's just say QA number, and it's something that's going to be generated randomly. Then I can go equals rand between, and let's just say I go with rand between 5 and 10. Okay, and then I'm going to go all the way down here. Right, so again, it's just so that I can use that formula. Okay, I can even go and say, man, let's go between 5 and 20, and there you can see the changes it makes, and there we go. Okay, so in my spreadsheet, have I used rand between? Yes, I have. Okay, obviously you want to make sure that you are using it in a correct way. You don't want to, have numbers repeating themselves. So if you see something like that, just change that. Okay, so there's unique numbers for each one of them that has been generated. So I've got 1 mark, 2 marks, I've already got 3 marks, right? And then I can pop in a lookup. So that could be a VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, or I can use a nested if function, right? So depending on how your spreadsheet is structured, depending on what information you have in there, you can create a nested if to generate some sort of answer. So let's say you've got 3 or 4 different types of answers. You can then create a nested if to say, well, if the person answered this, it must display something. If the person answered something else, it's got to display something else. But if not, then this is what it should display by default. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it as far as the formulas are concerned. So guys, just use the rubric. If you've got these things in place, you can see even if I don't do the VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, or nested if, I'm guaranteed of 3 marks. Why? Because I've used it, right? I have used these things here. They tell me meaningful calculations using from any 3 different levels. Have I used level 1, 2, and 3? Yes, I have. Okay, and that's how I'm going to get my marks. So that's it for the formulas. Again, you can use, others over here, counting the number of males, the number of females. You can do those things, but just understand, if you're using like a bunch of these formulas, it's only going to count as that level. It's not, don't think because you use 4 formulas from one level that you're going to get 4 marks. It doesn't work like that. Okay. 1 meaningful calculation from that level, 1 from another one, 1 from another one. So please plan that out, and then you'll be fine with your formulas in your spreadsheet.